I'm here today to talk about Rick Yancey's The Fifth Wave. This book, if you've been living under a rock, has recently been turned into a movie, and I wanted to read this book in preparation for the movie, so I'd be a little bit prepared. I was afraid that I wasn't going to be able to read it in time, but we got hit with a snowstorm last week, so we couldn't go anywhere, and I was able to complete it. I really like this book. I gave this book like 4.5 stars. I really, really liked it. The only bad thing about it was there was a little bit of insta love in this book, and I'm not a huge fan of insta love in books, like when two characters they instantly fall in love. But again, I think when you're in such intense situations like this book creates, I think it's easy to kind of create insta love, especially between two characters on opposite sides of this. So this book is basically an alien invasion story, and the tagline is, after the first wave, only darkness remains. After the second, only the lucky escape. After the third, only the unlucky survive. After the fourth wave, only one rule applies: trust no one. And now is the dawn of the fifth wave. And the fifth wave is when the aliens start to reveal themselves to humans. And that's basically what this story is about. And I will be honest, the world is in a disaster zone. Like, you would not recognize this as America if you read this book and said this is not America. But I really, really liked it. I think he was able to create such a unique place and a unique world that I did not want to leave it. I just had to know what happened. And there's a lot of death and drama in this. So there was a lot of, I didn't want to know what happens, but I had to. I had to see what was going on. I had to see where these characters were going. The lead character in this book is a girl named Cassie, and she is living on her own, and she was separated from her brother. Her parents have both been killed or dead, and she literally has no one left in this world but her brother. And her basic goal is to find her brother and make sure that he is safe. And on her journey to find him, she learns a lot about this world, and she starts to realize that they may not be alone anymore, and maybe the aliens are here. And that starts to scare her. So she has to find her brother. So that's one perspective you get. The other perspective you get is this boy, I can't remember his name, but he's someone that Cassie went to school with. And Cassie actually had a crush on this guy, which you don't realize until the end of the book that this is who she's talking about. So he winds up being kind of trained as a soldier, and that's another perspective you get. The one thing I really liked about this book, normally when you have different perspectives, it's every other chapter you get a different perspective, but this you had 16 chapters of one character, and then you would switch to a different character. So I really kind of like that. I felt like it was able to delve into the character a little bit more and really feel what was going on, and maybe connect to all of the characters that you read. And you got 4 perspectives, 2 most of the time, but you got 4 because of characters. Eventually their stories kind of conjoined, so it was less characters. And I'm really intrigued to see what the Infinite Sea will be like, because all the characters will in theory be together or closer. So I'll be curious to see what happens to that and what goes on with that. But yeah, I just really, really like this book. It was very, very fast paced. I always say this because I remember I said this with the Murder Complex as well. I always forget how much I like dystopian novels until I start reading them. I wasn't really a big fan of the Hunger Game, the books. I just didn't really like them. They weren't really my thing. I really did like Divergent though, but sometimes when I read dystopian, I'm like, oh, I forgot how much I like that. So I'll be very excited to see where this book goes. Infinite Sea is currently out, and The Last Star comes out in May, so I have to read it before then, but I really just wanted to read this for the movie, and I really am excited to see the movie, so I'm excited to see what happens with that and all that fun stuff. But I like the politics, and I like seeing what happens. This book was really good at catching you off your, you were not sure where the book was going, and when it went there you were like, oh my god, they did not just do that. Except they totally did. So it was a lot of things happening that I didn't expect, and I was really, really surprised by that. But I'm really, really excited for the next book, and really, really excited to see what goes on. And people said that the Infinite Sea was actually really good. So the only negative part of this was a little bit of insta love, but I really like learning about the characters and seeing the honesty that was said in this book. So I hope you guys will give it a chance if you guys haven't read it yet, or go see the movie and then read the book. I always say that the book is probably always better, but I really, really enjoyed this book. So hopefully you guys give it a chance. If you guys have any comments and questions, comment below. Start a discussion down below. I'm happy to answer any questions about what you guys thought. What do you guys think? Have you guys read The Infinite Sea yet? It's on hold for my library, so I should be getting it soon. But I'll talk to you guys later.